Uh, that's that's a different opening than the previous dropping the hammer. But I gotta say that one's cooler. It's me. It's not an AI Viking. It's not anything. Yeah, someone put that together, but that's me. It's my work. Um, that was me body slamming Maui Mike, and that was me with my finisher on Debo Aaron Rydell. Uh, couldn't really tell you which match from Debo's and mine, but the Maui Mike was I've only had 2 matches with him, so that was the only one in League of Lions, but, that was just a couple months ago. I do wanna say welcome all the Drangers and Shield Maidens. Welcome to this week's episode of Dropping the Hammer. I'm your host, Warhammer, and like I said, we're changing up, dropping the hammer, and now this is me. So it's my opening, it's my closing. It's this side. No, okay, yeah, over. Sorry, I can't point. Dropping that. It's my logo. Like it's all made for me now. So I'm excited to be in full control over this. Um, so we're gonna see where it goes. So tonight we're gonna talk about my match last night at Bulldog Mania in Corrigan, Texas, for the WWA show. Uh, I got to start off by saying I didn't take an injury, but my head is killing me today. It feels like it's being squished right now, so that's why I don't have as much energy to put forth. But we're making it happen. Um, Also, I'm going to talk about. We'll just go ahead and get this taken care of. I got excuse me, a new shipment from Aura Bloom. Now, this is a quartz cluster. I know it really doesn't show up that well, but it's really clear. There's several large crystals, long crystals, and this one was really cool. So we're going to talk about quartz crystal for a second. The clear quartz The clear quartz is a master healer, bringing with it swaths of power positive vibrations, deep soul cleansing, and enhanced patience and prosperity for all those who turn to quietly unique spiritual energy. It's low light, it's hard to see, I apologize. A shield against negative energy and infused with potent positive vibes. The clear quartz stone is sublime emotional aid for all those seeking a long-term pick-me-up. So I mean that's to me, I'm enjoying um this club, I'm digging these stones. The first one was labradorite, which I got right here. I keep it on my desk. Um, the second one was a howlite bracelet. I wear that often, but when I got the quartz, I was kind of looking at all my stuff and all my stones, and then I remembered that I've got a bag of runes that I bought. Um, it was mainly for promo work and stuff like that, just to have something Viking like. But I bought these. These are labradorite, but they have Let me find it on this. They have the runes, the full Thurk runes on all of these. Once I got them all out, I found out that some of these stones they're not flat. They are rounded on one side, so they will never land correctly. They will always land off. So these don't really work for what I wanted them to. But, you know, knowing that they're the same labradorite, it was almost it made me laugh, but this one looks much better than all my runes. But I was uh yeah, I was scrolling TikTok and uh I saw these new runes and I had to get it. I had to get it. This beautiful blue. I'm gonna read it before I try to pronounce it because I've got it. Oh, that was the one that closed. Okay. So I had all the stones set up kind of. Let's see if I can pull it up. But it was lapis lazuli or something like that. But this stone is they've been using this stone since antiquities. You see that it's a brilliant blue, just a beautiful blue color. Um, this was what they used for blue. They would grind this up. I believe it was Cleopatra would use this crushed up and blue her eyes. This was her makeup right here. So when I saw these runes, I had to buy these. And these, oh man, I'm loving these runes. So it's got all the runes, full Thurk runes, but they're just beautiful stones. What I was able to do, so they came in this bag, and the labradorite came in this bag, and I just switched it. So now my labradorite are in this bag, and my lapis lazuli are in this bag, and I like it so much better. Then the other stone I've got that is my onyx compass. So I had all these searched up, um, just so I could read and talk about them. Yeah, we're able to pull this up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So lapis lazuli is a rock which um, it's an ancient gem containing three minerals in various amounts, and it was right here. Okay. So I just because of what I had in front of me, I kind of wanted to know uh, the chakras and things like that because all these stones mean something. All these gems mean something. So why was I drawn to this lapis lazuli? Well, this is it's the third eye and throat chakra. So it's good for communication, inner truth, protection, you know. So that was fun. The labradorite is for your third eye. Um, it helps with. Oh, that's the wrong one. Creativity, protector, self-discovery. Then we've got the quartz. The quartz is for all chakras. Sorry, labradorite is the third eye chakra. Yeah, quartz is for all chakras. And then, like I said, the onyx, that's for the root chakra. So it's kind of funny that I've been, talking about these stones and using these stones for a while, and these are some of my favorite stones, and now I can kind of understand why. These are drawing inspiration from places, they're parts of me, and it's almost like I can feel myself in these stones. I will say, I was at a I don't want to say an oddity shop, but it's you know an oddity shop, and I was able to hold some Lemurian quartz crystal, and was actually could feel like a buzzing in my body when I was holding it. So, you know, stones and crystals have meaning. We just need to get back to figuring out what all that means and actually using them productively. So we'll move on from the stones and we'll start talking about wrestling now. I don't know if I don't, I don't know if y'all would like to hear more about my rock collection. I can certainly bust out my box of rocks, but if you want to hear about my wrestling, we'll talk about the wrestling. So last night, my partner and I drove to Corrigan, Texas, to wrestle with Warrior Wrestling Alliance's Bulldog Mania 2. Come to find out, we had originally been to the Bulldog Mania 1. Um, I'm pretty sure that was the rodeo arena. And now I know I had talked about this previously, but there's no record of it now. So we can talk about it now. That was the match, the cage match where I ended up having to crawl myself out and basically was dragged to the back in one of the worst ways. My shoulder was um, swollen immediately, and was extended. My um, kidney was stomped on, and I couldn't use my legs. Woke up. It was Easter morning, and it was also April the 1st, April Fools, and so went to bed in the worst pain of, some of the worst pains I've ever had. Woke up Easter morning, was not in pain. So, you know, that was odd. But, yeah, that time I was wrestling the bad boys of wrestling plus the ones who matter in a cage, and, that was just rough. Last night, wrestled one of the bad boys of wrestling, Rodzilla. Um, his other partner couldn't make it, so management had to find a partner, and was able to find a partner to wrestle with him. So um, unfortunately, the Sons of Plunder did not come out with a victory. We did take a loss, and uh, we lost the chance to win the Warrior Wrestling Alliance Tag Team Championship. I think it was the Recharge brand. WWA has two different divisions, Recharge and Ultimate, something like that. Some, I don't want to call it something wrong, but they've got two different brands. So they've got, you know, it's essentially Monday night and Thursday night in the TV wars. Same company, just they can go in two different directions, two different places at the same time. So, pretty smart. Um, I do feel kind of upset. I'm fine with going there to lose, but finding out that they just throw a team together and a well-established, well-oiled machine team loses to essentially nobody's. That I didn't really understand, but it's fine. Um, Losing the belt, not winning the belt, excuse me, we'll just say that. Not winning the belts, that's, yeah, I would have liked to have collected another belt and had 3 belts all at once like I see some of these other guys, but I'm I don't do it for the belts. I I'm doing it for the show. I'd rather whatever's needed for the show, whatever whatever I can do to put the show over, put my opponent over. And I try not to say my opponent, I try to say my partner. Because that's what the show is. If I'm supposed to be a bad guy, I'm supposed to make them look good because I'm being bad. If I'm the good guy, vice versa. I've got to look good because they're being bad. I've been asleep most of the day. I've taken 2 naps already. Got up at 10:30 something. Excuse me. And I've also been hydrating, um, drinking water, drinking Gatorade. I'm gonna end up taking some ibuprofen. I got to. I had something else to talk about, and I don't remember what I was gonna say. Well, as soon as I can get a copy of the video, we will do a watch party. Um, I'll be doing another watch party soon with Jamarcus, Coach the Ironclad. Um, that one will be the Southern Star Wrestling show that I went to and performed at. So we're waiting for that. Billy, welcome to the show. He says, "Hey, believe you were at the Corrigan show." It's hard to think right now. I'm sorry. My brain is not it's not functioning. Um, I've already eaten. I've eaten well. Already taken a hot bath. Sorry, none of it's really helping. Um, keeping my hoodie on, that's just keeping my neck warm, keeping my head covered, keeping the lights dim. Oh, so our Raiders camp beard oil is selling really well. I'm surprised. Last night we were able to find 2 gentlemen that bought our beard oil. But everybody that sampled it, everybody that was able to smell it, this is even women sampling it. It's not just men buying it, but the everybody that has smelled it was, oh wow, oh man, I like this. One of the gentlemen who was uh, Norse pagan, Norse heathen, whatever you want to call it, Australia. Um, After he put some beard oil, we let him sample it, but that's what sold it, which is the plan. So he bought it, and as he was sitting at our table, he just was doing this the entire time, just smelling it because he loved the scent. Um, it's it's a strong, masculine but sweet scent that lingers. Um, After getting a bunch of samples of beard oils and I saw the breakdowns and scents, and being able to research some of the beard companies that I was looking at that I got samples from, that's what gave me the inspiration, the idea to create our own beard oil. I had also watched a podcast about wrestling, and it said, here's some items that every wrestler needs for their merch table. Obviously, it was glossy photos, action shots, or professionally taken photos. We definitely have very nice professionally shot photos. I would like to get some great action shots, but those are harder to get. We've also got stickers. We've got shirts. Those are the other things that were talked about. One of the things they said, bracelets or something small. Um, we've got buttons and koozies and things like that. But uh, the last thing the podcast said was you need to have something that stands out for you, identifies yourself for you. Well, Iron Belly's got a big full beard. Warhammer's got a big full beard. That's kind of our thing. So having a beard oil is just it's only smart. And the fact that I do like the fact that I kind of designed the scents, but Iron Belly put it together. He's the one that made it work. Um, right now, all the proceeds go to him. So until he's paid back for his initial investment, all the beard oil money goes straight to him. But normally we split our merch 50-50. Not put the stickers on, but we've got little bitty stickers. He's working on a label maker to you know to put the name on it, the Raiders camp. Um, but like I said, everybody that smelled this oil has loved this oil, and I think this is going to be our kind of our signature thing. T-shirts kind of sold, soaps didn't really sell. I think I've given out just as many koozies and buttons and patches as I've sold. Um, Pictures are always a good thing. People buy the pictures. We've got, little bitty pictures, wallet pictures, and we've got 8x12s. So all different sizes. I still think we need a certain picture. It's a picture of us that just needs Sons of Plunder below it, in black and gold, kind of our font, our logo, and that's really all it's missing is just something to, and that I think that picture will sell better. Hang on a second. I don't know if y'all can hear my roommate talking. Hopefully not. Um, so I'm just gonna kind of continuously talk over him for a little bit. But that was the match. Um, made decent money. Sold a little bit of merch is what I meant. Um, it's always good to be able to wrestle and sell merch. Um, it just I it's the feeling of having gas and something to eat. It's not that. I'm never going to places flat broke, but that's kind of the feeling. You're able to get a full tank of gas and something to eat, though. Um, I don't normally eat too much on show days, especially on major travel days. So uh, I left the show, and that's all I wanted. I ended up only finding some taquitos from, it was either Sefco or 7-Eleven, something just little hot rollers. And it wasn't good. I paid for it. I paid for it. uh, so yeah, that's part of my reason. I know as soon as I got home today and I started eating instantly, I felt better, but my head is still just constantly pounding. I didn't get kicked in the face. I didn't get punched in the face. I didn't get slammed on my head, but it, oh, it feels like it's being squished. Um, for a while, it was an old injury, an old car accident injury. Um, 2007, 2008, maybe. Left Colorado, had just gotten to California, only been there a couple months. Was with a girlfriend driving to her friend's house, and we got rear-ended by a drunk driver. Didn't know it at the time, but was really messed up. Went to bed in pain, woke up the next day and couldn't move. Could barely walk. Everything hurt. Come to find out, my neck was essentially backwards. Hyperextension and reflexation. And the chiropractor and neurologist said also moderate brain trauma. So was concussed for quite a while, along with having a neck that was wrong. So several adjustments from the chiropractors. Took a while to recover, but certain things aggravate it. That's why I have to sleep in the chiropractor said, as you sleep, you should be able to draw a straight line from your nose all the way down the center of your body to your belly button. If your neck is twisted in any direction, you will be able to feel it, and that will cause your body to have problems. So I fight pillows. I've got two different therapeutic pillows. I sleep with one the majority of the time. When that starts having problems, I switch over to the other one until it has problems. Then I switch back. So constantly keeping my neck at a certain position. Excuse me. So that's just the start of it, and then I try to keep it, try to stay warm. Um, the dark helps, keeps my eyes from having to work too hard. So I'm doing everything I can to knock this out, but it's just an old injury that gets irritated quite easily, quite often, and quite aggressive when it wants to be. Sometimes I've had a giant swelling, and you can see it. It looks like someone's thumped me, and it's just fluid. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by, tuning in tonight, even putting up with me, you know, being monotone, being not as engaging as I try to be, engaging as I hope I am. But again, just thank you for tuning in. I'm happy to have this on my shoulders now. I'm doing this. It's my thing. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I will say I got more fake money to put up on my wall of fakery. So yeah, I got my John Cena, and then I got this guy, an awesome version of me, but not sure what world. I got $150 of Play Money, Coach the Ironclad, my boy Jamarcus right there, and then the Sons of Plunder plaque. But like I said, we're gonna get Coach to do the watch along party with us, and that's as soon as the Southern Star Wrestling show gets put out. The Southern Star Wrestling and Elite Breakout Wrestling. Uh, Not sure if they run monthly, but what they do is they put their show out right before the next show. So, from what I understand, they kind of took September off. Both of them took September off. So, it'll be sometime in October before these videos get put out. No problem there. What that says to me is they're going to put in a lot of cinematics. They're going to put in a lot of, cuts and edits and whatever they can to make it as cool as they can. So I'm excited to see what both companies can bring to the table. I'm excited to see what I brought to their show. So as soon as both of those come out, we'll be doing a watch party. We'll do everything we can. So try to think. No shows coming up, but there's possibly gonna need us. No, wrong button. Warrior Wrestling Alliance might be needing us on October the 11th, but I will keep y'all informed. League of Lions on the 18th. That's Dark Avenues. I will be going to Beaumont Comic Con for the Silsby Wrestling on the 19th. Also, October 25th for Sadistic Wrestling as well. So, October's got some fun shows. I'm going to try to help work at the haunted house, but I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to do that. Bring back Mr. Tickles. Not sure if we'll get that chance, but we'll talk about it. We'll see. That's all I've got for October. I've got more stuff coming November, but I'm making all this in a list, so we'll get all that sorted out, and I'll be able to inform everybody better as the shows come up. But thank you again for tuning in. Tune in next Sunday for another roaring edition of Dropping the Hammer. So be sure to hammer that like button, share this with your friends, subscribe, follow me on all platforms. We are now streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. I'm working on TikTok, Instagram, and all that just to have more under my belt. Getting kicked off the one platform only furthered the reach that Warhammer has now. The smoke travels farther now, and everybody is getting my message on more platforms. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Follow me on all these platforms, and be sure to click Dubby and get some Dubby supplements, your energy drinks, and some hydration. I will be ordering more Dubby as soon as I can. Just haven't been able to. I've run through all of my energy drinks, but plan to buy some more. So that's still, they are still beneficial. And now nobody's going to get kicked off. Nobody's going to get flagged for spam or anything like that, because it'll have to come to me and I'll know all about it. So, yeah, we're back. We're back stronger. We're back bigger. And I I love it. So thank you, everybody. See you next week.